If you are struggling to find your own purpose, you're not alone. I've been there too. So today, I want to share how I might find own passion and purpose. Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. I'm Takashi, a Japanese actor, filmmaker, now based in America, director of Echo A Trilogy. And thanks for watching all my other videos like from last couple weeks. I recently started this YouTube channel to help someone who wants to become an actor, who wants to become a filmmaker, or maybe I was thinking like someone in the youth, you're struggling to become, what you want to do in the future, what kind of job you want to do. And yeah, so I'm happy to share my own experience, and then this video will help for you. So today I'm talking more about how to find your own purpose. And then the reason I got this idea is that one of the subscribers for my video channel, thank you so much, and he put some message on it, and then a lot of people, are struggling to find their own success, but at the same time, it's so many things to distract to find own purpose. So, and I was thinking, maybe this can be a really good next topic of my channel. So thank you so much for the comment. So by the way, if you haven't subscribed on this channel, please subscribe and then leave the comment, okay? Thank you. So start from my own story. So when I was at uni, I completely I was in a different field. So because I was studying science, when I was a kid, I wanted to become a scientist. I wanted to become an astronaut like other kids, So I'm more really into science. I still love science, but when I was at uni, at the same time, I also started, if you watch the other video, my episode, I'm talking about when I was at the university, I was doing my taiko drum, theater, acting, drama, theater club. And I've been working with all my mates, and then every day training and practicing the taiko drums and all my practicing acting, Japanese traditional dance. That was really intense, but quite fun. I spent too much time for that one, and actually I failed a couple of assessment fail, so I have to keep studying, extra study for 1 year. But thank you for my parents to allow me to do it. But anyhow, so in one day, one of the theater show, I cannot remember exactly, when I was 20 or 21 years old, and I didn't have much experience, and I was on a stage, and then I played a drum on a stage in the light and a lot of audiences in the theater space, and then I just scream and shout and then do all my taiko moves, and I feel like, bam, yeah, and then all the audience, I can feel the audience look at me, and they're all excited, wow, right? That moment, I felt I'm okay, I can die just now in this moment because I'm so fulfilled in content. Maybe I'm feel something, channeling or something from the ground, and also I'm really into taiko drums. That's one of my favorite thing, and really connect. And then when I do the performance, yes, this is it. This is what I really want to, and my heart and my feeling. Because when I do studying, I really enjoy studying, but at the same time, it's a big difference. Something doing a performance on a stage, and then it'll work together with my mates, and then the audience is over there, they're live. And right after, when I was 21 years old, I cannot remember which year, 2002 or 3. Yeah, that was my first time I flew to New York City by myself, and in February, oh my God, that was so cold night. And then I was alone, and then I wasn't speak properly in English, it's fine. But I went there, and then I went to the Broadway musical, I watched the Rent in the nighttime. and then by myself. Damn, I cried for like 40 minutes. I couldn't stop nosebleed and crying. That was crazy. But the moment why I was so touched on a New York Broadway musical, because the characters on the stage and the audiences, they do all love the music. 525,600 minutes, right? And then they're all together, not only the stage actors, but also the audience and the cast and the crew, everyone make the perfect, precious, beautiful moment. You know, it happened as a live. Then I realized this is what I want to do, because it's so different from Japan. When you were in Japan, in a theater show, mostly you have to be quiet, sit down, and then the actor's actor. Like say there's some like a big gap in between on a theater stage with the audience, performer audience. America is different. I'm old America because I live in Las Vegas. I watch all the shows here too. Not everything, but most of them like a really interactive, so engaged audience. So I think that's very impressed American style. Like a lot of people, any race, any background, it doesn't matter in art space and maybe the festival, you know. So the same thing in when I was doing the performance on the stage in Japan. The same thing when I was the taiko drum, and I get all the audiences excited, and then not only it's not like conventional Japanese style of theater show. No, it's like everyone got excited, and then I played a performance. And that was, I think, as a performer, I want to become an international performer. I don't want to work only in Japan. I still love Japan, but I want to collaborate in different countries and overseas, and I want to work on it. So that's how I find my own purpose. And then I talk to my parents, I talk to my teachers, and then, hey, what do you want to do, Takashi, after graduate? You also taking a science teaching class, you get the science thing. And then actually, yes, I actually applied for the science teacher in my hometown. Well, because that's a requirement when I take a course, then I cannot, maybe I can, but I took assessment and I passed, and I get the interview, and then, hey Takashi, tell me how much you're passionate about education. I'm still really passionate about education. That's why I'm doing this YouTube channel too. However, in that time, I feel something different. So I wanted to challenge something. That internally, my heart is burning, and then I want to do something different. And then I don't want to stick my life stuck in my hometown, Aichi, like tiny, like a countryside, and then it's such a beautiful place, but I don't want to finish all my life, everything happen in here, but I want to go overseas. I want to see something different. And then after that, hey Takashi, you passed the first exam, you passed the second assessment, and I just waiting for the next third last assessment to pass to become a science teacher in my hometown. And then I told them, I'm so sorry. I maybe not go any further because I want to go become an actor. And what? Everyone's like, what? You study so many things, you like all the science degree, agriculture, biotechnology, you want to become a scientist and all this and that. All gone. It's fine. That's all my experience. And then after that, a couple months later, I was doing a part-time job to get some more, earn some bills to get ready. And then I moved to Tokyo and I went to the acting school. So whole thing is a big, huge jump from a career from A to B. But the thing is, how did I found is you still have to commit something you faced on in front of you. I was telling this one as well. Again, even after I moved to Tokyo, I still have to pay my bills and stuff. So I was actually tutoring and teaching for the high school students. I really enjoyed, because I'm still happy to talk with kids. But however, not only that, when I was teaching, also I was telling everyone, hey, Takashi sensei, why do I have to do this now and this, and I cannot find my dream. I don't know what I want to do in the future. And a lot of people, especially for the high school kids in Japan, a lot of get stress and pressure from the parents, from the school, teachers, and then you have to get all the assessment and score. Man, I'm very unfortunate to tell this story. Unfortunately, very reluctant to tell this story. But the thing is, like for example, especially under the COVID pandemic, 2020, I made some video like a long time ago on Facebook, like over 500, I think over 500 under 18 kids died by a suicide in Japan. And if you know, the suicide rate in Japan is the most highest suicide rate amongst all the country. I don't know why. 20,000 people average, they finish their life themselves, and I cannot stand it. But anyhow, that's another story. But it's also related. Why they struggle? Because the Japanese culture, sometimes the people really nice, again, like, really beautiful country, all systemized, but something in the dark side is actually to push in their creativity. You have to follow what people do, right? So the Western country is different, whatever. That's your individuality. Whatever you want, just do it. Go for it, your life. Find your own purpose. That's what I'm talking today. That's a very Western thing. But really get a chance in Japan, someone spoken about this. So if I was in high school and someone came to me next to me, hey, Takashi, don't worry. You just go whatever you want. And then don't worry about this paperwork, I mean, I'm not saying study is a bad thing. Study is still really important. Any stages, any study, any learning is very important. That's why I'm making this video as well. But the point is, in Japan, they have too much pressure on it, and then they cannot find their own purpose. So what I can give the advice is to find your own purpose. Do whatever is coming in front of you. Do your best. Even fail. It's totally fine, because the failure is never failure unless you keep going, right? So that's how you get better. Even for my acting, I don't think my acting is the best. I'm still working, struggling, not struggling, but even I decided to do my acting career when I was 24, a bit late. Maybe some people started younger. But hey, I was in a different, I was in a different industry, education, science. So that's my background before. So it's a big jump, right? But even the science, I felt I did my best, actually. To be honest, I didn't, because I had actually another option. I could quit my assessment, or maybe I could quit university, maybe, right? A lot of people do, you don't have to, finish the university. But I was thinking, because at least I stepped into something, right? My foot is already deep in the water, right? My philosophy is you have to keep going. You have to keep going until you're satisfied, you get something from it. Because you just dip something and, I'm scared, maybe not this different. Nothing changed. You have to understand yourself first. Maybe that could be yours. Like, for example, why I studied biotechnology and agriculture. You know what? I actually even didn't want to study biology because I was more into physics. Because I was an astronaut, more physics. But the physics, you need more mathematics. And actually, I was terrible in mathematics. So then I was in high school, I noticed, and then my physics score is pretty bad. And then, oh no, why my physics score is pretty bad? And then for some reason, and whenever I come to the biology, I was really good in score. I don't know why. And then so universe always tells us something, and I wanted to study geology, or astrology, or all the fancy, physics, quantum physics. Oh, I want to study that one at the university. But my score, my brain is not allowed to pass the exam to get to that kind of section. So I failed. So many failed. After graduate high school, I failed all the exam. If you failed the exam in Japan, as a high school kids, man, you're done. You became, a lot of people, maybe not going to the high class, but just, the other way. I hate that kind of idea though, but maybe I was part of one of them. And if you completely failed and then maybe go to the, underground things, or maybe some people, I don't know, currently, yes, some connect with some Yakuza business or whatever is not my thing. However, the point is, yeah, I was maybe failure as the Japanese school system. But after I graduated high school, I was in a prep school. I met a lot of friends there. And then I talked to people. And then one of my best friends, he showed me about all the anime world, right? Anime industry, movie industry. And back in the year of Matrix, the Matrix emerged the era, right? And I was watching Matrix 1, Matrix 2, Reloaded, Matrix Revolution. And that was the time I was at the high school. And then I was struggling in my life. I was so excited. But that's all learning. That was all learning. And then only one university opened the door for me was the university I graduated. That's a major university in Aichi Prefecture, Aichi-ken. I really still respect and I really gratitude all my school people, the university people. But anyhow, the door opened only to there. And even once coming into the university, agriculture, and agriculture as a science, man, that's my initial thing. I was so stupid. How interesting and beautiful to learn about agriculture, because agriculture is alive. We eat food every day. It's all connected, agriculture. Studying agriculture is a studying life. So when I was in university, before I was reluctant to study, but since I study more and more, what is this? What is that? Then I got interest. But at the same time, I also studied my theater thing. I joined the theater crowd. Wow, the taiko drums is so amazing and cool. So now I have a lot of curiosity and interest. And I'll try this, try that, try this, try that. And then, so back to my university story. So why I studied biology, because that's the only option. And then I got more interested in another one, right? So I'm more like, I'm not focusing on one thing. I have an interest in this, or I want an interest in that, or I want an interest in that. But the only one thing I would say I did a good job when I was 20 years old means he didn't give up what he's currently doing, even he failed. He could completely change his rail, right? But he didn't. But he still stick on your plan, at least achieve something. So what I achieved at the university, actually I did the article about, so actually that's my email, cross-phosphate synthase. And one of the enzyme, I checked, I was extracting their DNA, RNA, and then like enzymes, stuff like, if you know the biology background, this is very interesting. Especially Japan is a rice culture. I was actually studying about a rice plant. And then I actually wrote an article about my, a report, not a report, actually, I wrote a full-on article with my teacher. And then my teacher brought my article to the international or the agricultural convention that he brought there too. So that was actually a pretty cool experience. And then when I was there, because if we do something, I want to become the best of it, even any section. So what I did on my last year of the university, every single day in the morning, back in then I didn't have any iPad or any iPhone, so the day before I just downloaded any science article, Nature, biology, science, any English article, download, print it out, go back home because I have to take a train every day. I read the article and then I just think and analyze, and then in every moment sit down with my teacher over the coffee to the professor. Actually, I always have discussion with the professor. Hey, Sensei, what do you think? Because of, sensei in Japan. And, hey, sensei, what do you think? This and that. This maybe this chemical effects, or maybe photosynthesis how affect to the thing, and this and that. How about this? Maybe try to extract to PCR this one, that one. That was so fun. And then I accomplished that one, and I did a full-on presentation to all my science university, all the other students. Everyone's quite impressed, and I was quite enjoyed too. But after that, I noticed my interest to the science. What I found about science, what you can do. I found my own answer. My own answer is the science can show what A becomes to B, and why A becomes to B, and how A becomes to B, right? So why is it the whole system is the same? So science is all about how to get the evidence what A become B. So that's the science in this world. It's logic. But especially I was in biology, I have more interest about the life, right? And then there is no article, or there is no evidence, or no techniques use the science or logic to find out why A exists and how A became. Maybe physics can, quantum physics can make it, but still how we cannot find out why life exists, how life is made. Maybe science said how life is made, all the organics, all the chemicals, reactions, whatever. But the thing is, why exist? Who made this? Except the religious background. And then I realized at the same time, I still have a curiosity and I love science, but at the same time, I have more interest in the other field, which is artist, creativity background. So that's my story. And then since I started my acting, I didn't give up too until today. After 20 years, I'm still working on it. I'm still making films. I'm still working, and I met a lot of people. And then finally, I found, luckily, I could find a partner overseas, not in Japan. So I even didn't expect, I will marry someone in the future in overseas. I had no idea when I was 20 years old, but I follow my instincts. So the thing is, you stick on your instincts, how you feel, and then never avoid, never ignore how you feel now, how your interest keep going. So the first thing, so 3 steps, right? First, your curiosity. Second, take action. And then third, this is another important thing. Stick on your plan until you get something from it. So that's the whole process. You can find your own purpose. Because if you do not follow your instinct, or if you do not follow your feeling, if you do not follow your own interest, nothing starts. So you have to find your interest first. Maybe do some activity, travel, go overseas, something experience you never done before, right? Film, that's great. Have you make a film your own, or try to do acting yourself, or maybe download a script from your favorite movie or something? Maybe start reading about an article, or maybe something you have an interest in it, take action. Find your curiosity. And then the second thing is take action. Just do it. Again, failure is never failure. Or like, for example, audition. I don't say audition is you don't get any gigs, doesn't mean it's a failure. I never want to say that, but you feel that's a failure, right? The thousands, I don't know how many auditions I took in my life already 20 years ago. For my last 20 years, decades, even in Japan. I never done film work. Well, maybe I did it for the background extras, but never done in front of the camera work. Maybe failure. One time at the background extra on a samurai TV show, I was doing fight scene with the main actor. Okay, come over the samurai guy. Okay, come over here. Okay, yes, sir. And I go, okay, Takashi, your role is grab the sword and then bang, and then close to the camera. And then the main, very famous tall actors over there, okay? And I'm gonna do the close-up shot for him. Yes, this is my first time I'm gonna close-up shot. And then I do my best. The bang, cut. Ooh. I think I did a good job. And then the other background extras, oh, Takashi, congratulations, man. Yeah, you got upgrade. Yeah, I think I got upgrade. Yeah. A few minutes later, the director checked the footage and come to me. Sorry, can we take another take with the other actors possible? Yeah. How about this gentleman? And then they choose really short guy. Really short guy, because the other main famous like a celebrity actors like 6'1" is the same height with me, and then they choose like a complete like a and then it's like it's not body's big, not even small, like but and then bad. Okay, cut. Okay, move on. And I realized, and then my colleague came to me, Takashi, yeah. I feel sorry, Takashi. He's laughing, and I was half laughing too. So I realized, the point is, in that particular shot in a Japanese samurai TV show, I was looking too strong and then too tall to be as just an extra guy to fight with the main character. So all these experiences could be a failure, but that actually gave me an insight. And then I noticed, Japan industry is too small for me. So then I realized I don't fit in Japanese industry anymore. Maybe if I get a chance, I'm happy to collaborate in the future. But that's the point, that's the time I noticed. I think somewhere my talent, even with my body and my character, might be suited somewhere, but not here in Tokyo. So I realized. So I failure, this is one of my failure story. But think about it, this is not the actual failure, because I've already found my own purpose. Then all through the failure, I got some feedback, and then I can shift, right? So from the beginning, if my purpose is success in Japan film industry, I will keep stick in Tokyo. But I didn't. I did not keep working in Japan. But except that, my true calling from my heart is not in Tokyo, but from overseas. And then realize I have to go overseas. Any ideas, any ways, it's fine. And then I found out I want to try to come to the US, but I couldn't because of the visa. Then I decided to go to Australia. And now, 10 years later, I'm here in Las Vegas. So that's still possible. So again, I'm not saying the work in Japan and Tokyo is bad. No. Still really amazing. Quality people, amazing actors, amazing work, artwork, film, so many great films come from still in Japan. Don't get me wrong. But for me, I think I'm not fit in Japan. So that's, even I'm born and grew up in Japan, that's my calling. So back to the thing, curiosity, take action, failure, and then failure, you found some feedback. And then more talking, that actually give you more talking to yourself. And if you get a chance to more talk to yourself, you gotta think, you gotta feel, and then take another action, you fail again, and then from all these failure is actually, you realize it's never failure. It's actually giving you a beautiful feedbacks. And then decide to kaizen, improve your next action and do another thing. And then, for example, for me, when I was 29 years old, I could leave Japan earlier, but at the same time, also I was working acting with Kuni, my acting coach, and also Masako. I worked with Masako, my another acting coach. And also, before I leave Japan, I was thinking I have to brush up my martial arts skill, because if you're Asian, if you go to overseas, and also I really love the Jet Li, the Bruce Lee's film. I'm not that quality of the martial arts yet, but something I feel I'm enough to do the skill in front of the camera. I have to prepare. I was thinking. So there is a bunch of amazing action school, martial arts combat class in Japan. So I was taking the classes in Tokyo. And then I feel, I think I'm ready. Then I talked to my teacher, hey Kuni, I think I might have to go to overseas, but thank you so much for all the years of teaching. And then I left Japan and I went to Sydney. And then right after I started to land a couple of different TV commercials, even a small role in a TV show. Then I realized I have more interest in, that's kind of interesting work on a film. Because my true calling is for the theater before, but that's changed, right? So everything changed. So make it simpler. I start from science, go to the theater, and the theater to film, and then now film acting to directing, producing. That's another thing. That's actually, I changed my mind after I met Maria. And then, actually I want to make my own, I realized. So all these meet people and then try something and then gives you to find your own purpose and then go deeper and deeper and deeper. So if I was lazy, or even lazy is okay, sometimes you need some room to rest, right? If you cannot go 100% every day. But even so, I didn't. And then maybe you won't give up. So it means if you do not give up your creativity or what you're currently doing now, it's all connected to your purpose and success. So that's fine. But you still have to keep doing it. Even you're reluctant, like I would audition, oh my God, I don't want to do it. It's okay. You just feel yourself. This is always teach for my acting for mindfulness session. Accept first. Okay, I'm reluctant to take this self-tape audition today, but I have to do, but it's okay. It may not be the 100% quality, but it's okay. Just do it. And then you just keep doing it, you get some feedback, and then you will realize why I was reluctant to do it. Then, so all these small steps gives you to find your own purpose. All right, so I think that's the today's discussion today. Please leave me a comment. I'm happy to more discuss and talk about this topic, and then that actually gives me more insight what kind of topic maybe I want to talk more, and what kind of topic you want to listen more. So that's actually a pretty good idea. Before close the conclusion, I want to share the update, a new micro update about Echo 8 Trilogy. So this is a t-shirt I'm wearing for the Echo 8 Trilogy. So we will launch the post-production Indiegogo campaign soon in next month, in June. So stay tuned on our webpage, and also if you haven't watched the original Echo 8, go to the Tubi, even this YouTube, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, and we just finished the production of prequel 5x5, which is my character story, Echo 8 Beyond. This is a sequel, and so can be a trilogy. So original Echo 8, prequel 5x5, sequel Beyond. So like a Star Wars 1, 2, 3. And we recently almost finished the rough editing, rough cut right now, and then start doing the sound design and all the color grading, more micro VFX is coming soon too. But to go further, actually we're planning to submit all the international film festivals, and then actually we need your help. So if you're happy to engage and enjoy for some creativity, please take a look at our Indiegogo campaign page, and I'll also put the link below in this description. If any questions, just leave me a comment, okay? So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.